Hello, good morning and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to northern Thailand. As you can see, I'm right up in the hills. I'm actually about 50 kilometers or so north of Chiang Rai, and this is a beautiful place to come to spend a day trip. So I'm hopefully going to show you some sites which you can do in a day from here all the way up to Mae Sai, which is where I'm going to stay overnight. There's the previous king's mother's palace up here, a beautiful temple as well, which is named after the mountain, or maybe the mountain's named after the temple. Some lovely gardens, a couple of hilltribe villages which I'll pop into, and then we'll make our way down the other side of the mountain to Mae Sai. But for now, I'll just explain some of the history and some information about the area before we go to our first site. Doi Tung is a mountain in Chiang Rai province that stands at 1,389 metres in height and is very near the Thai-Burmese border. You can get here either by coming up Highway 1 or, like me, coming up from Mae Salong, which you can watch a video all about in the top right hand corner of your screen. The Doi Tung area is home to several hill tribes who used to grow opium until the princess mother, the mother of the previous king, King Rama IX, fought against it and encouraged the locals to grow coffee plantations, with almost half of the area's population being involved in coffee farming. There's also another connection with the princess mother, as she had a palace built which we'll visit first. Okay, so this is the main tourist area here, which is where you buy your tickets from. There's a ticket booth just down on the left-hand side of the road here. On the right, there's a restaurant and a cafeteria. Good food in there if you want some food. They've got some flower shops, so you can buy some plants and flowers to take home. And they've also got a Doi Tung coffee shop. But this is the main entrance to the villa here. It's just up this small hill around the corner. I think it's only 2-3 minute walk. Okay, so the previous king's mother, I think she's known as the princess mother, she had this Swiss style chalet built in 1987, and she actually paid it out of her own money. And she married one of the previous kings, I can't remember which one it was, back in 1920, but he died in 1929, but they had 3 children, the eldest of which was a daughter, and then they had 2 sons. One was King Rama VIII, and one was King Rama IX, so he's the father of the current king, Rama X. You can see it's all made out of wood, apart from the roof tiles. So down below are the gardens that we're going to take a look around after visiting the villa. Okay, so I just thought I'll have some lunch in the cafeteria, and this dish, which I think is pork and rice, she says it's a bit spicy but not very much, and it was only 52 baht for all that, so very, very good. And I've got the whole place to myself. See, the last time I came here about 5 years ago, it was absolutely packed, but it's so quiet everywhere here. It's really unusual. So I've just descended the steps down into the garden here, and it's really, really pretty. Lots of flowers out. I'm here at the end of November, and normally if you leave it till January, February, the flowers might not be so in bloom, so rich. I don't know if they've got any roses here, I can't remember now, but they normally flower a little bit earlier as well than January, February time. So if you want to appreciate the flowers, then come about November, December time. Okay, so we made it to the temple I was talking to you about earlier, and this is Doi Tung. So this is named after the mountain, and there's quite a lot of history associated with this temple, which I'll explain as we're walking around. So we've just come along about 3 kilometers from the temple we just visited, and we've got this stupa that's stuck in a rock, and there's a legend associated with it, which I'll explain as we're walking around. So this road where we are is right up against the Burmese border, and we hug it along a ridge in order to visit a couple of hill tribe villages, that is. And this is like a small fortification here, which we can just walk around, but it's it's marking the border. So here you have to walk through the for some reason we have to do this. Don't really know why we have to do this, but actually quite busy here. It's sort of a fortification. That's a tourist spot with a coffee shop. So this fence is the border, and then beyond that, that's Myanmar. I mean, it's an incredible country. I mean, again, the video doesn't do any justice at all. You probably can't make out, but there's some really serious mountains over there. And as you go towards the 2 hill tribe villages that we'll visit after this, we go right up close to a Burmese border post fortification. I don't know if you can see it in the distance on top of that sort of, I'll just zoom in there. I don't know if you can make out the Burmese flag, but that's their position there. Okay, so they call this place Army Land now, I was last here about 4 or 5 years ago, and there wasn't anything like this, like a Instagram point, but there was that place where you can take pictures there. Okay, so the first village we're going to stop at is called Ban Pha Hee, and it's an Aka hill tribe village. In fact, I think both of them are Aka. So I've come to this coffee shop before. It's called Pha Hee, I think. They're making the coffee here. And as I said earlier, this is going to be locally produced coffee. So you can see here, it smells wonderful. So this spot is quite famous for people to have their photo taken, as you can see, with the hills behind them. Just breathtaking, this scenery. I think that might be the other hill tribe village down there. Which I think we passed through on the way down to Mae Sai. So here's my iced coffee with a view of the mountain. And that's where I'm going to leave off this video for now. If you like it, then give me a big thumbs up, and why not subscribe to my channel down below. Until the next video, see you later.